Alright, so you've had a chance to look at the Sesame Street video, and just again, we're not following that specifically. Now, you may also have had a chance to take a look at the This American Life and the Saturday Night Live Reliable Investments clips, and if not, you know, take a break and come back and look at this again. But those are all for extended learning. But the point of it is that each of these things talk about a particular theme. They talk about a topic. And you take your topic, you take your value, and then you stretch it out, and then that becomes a segment in which you're going to show it about. In the case of Sesame Street, you saw the example of HIV and how they wanted to show that it was a positive thing to be a part of a community that accepts people who have AIDS or who are HIV positive. Now, in terms of the Saturday Night Live sketch, Reliable Investments, that was essentially, making the point of it was the stock market is really down and we're hitting a recession, and similar to the Great Depression, these investors are going to perhaps lie to you and tell you that you've got good things going on and it's a good time to invest, when actually they're quite really afraid of what's going on. So it's a comparison about, a little jab there. So that just gives you a little sense of what we're going to do. Again, we're going to create segments that are reliant on commercial media formats, sketch comedy, drama, animation where appropriate, and put them into a series of segments, order them in a sequence, and tell stories where green living values are being expressed in entertaining ways. Okay, so now let's look at our program schedule, and that'll give you a sense of what we are anticipating over the course of the next month and a half. Now, this schedule is a living schedule, and it will change and develop in order to suit the needs of our group. Pretty much our idea was that between December 23rd, the date of the first meeting, through January 17th, we would be having script development with the writers and the producers, remote production planning, similar to such things as this. People will be able to, wherever they are in the United States or in the outside of the United States, will be able to come back to this video log and communicate with one another, as well as using Google Docs. Now, again, I spoke earlier about how we're going to basically have production teams. We're going to form teams. People will go out and shoot, and producers will be responsible for submitting budgets for the scripts. And then the executive producing team will go back and refine those budgets and perhaps refine the script as well in order to make sure that we can be on budget. And we'll also go through some casting. And so that's all our goals. And we may try and change this. You notice here, though, that we've taken a break, a 5-day break between the 17th and the 22nd. We highly anticipate that all of us will be busy with the inauguration festivities. However, we're going to want to start with production on January 22nd when we get back, and do that through the 8th. And then sometime before the 8th through the 14th, we'll do some editing of the show. And then by the week of the 21st, we'll have a viewing party. Again, these dates may slide a little bit, but we want to keep to the schedule as much as possible. All right. So now that takes us through the program schedule. Now, let's go to the segment list. All right. So we're now on the agenda. We are at item number 5, review treatment. Okay. So you want to pull up the document called Chlorophyll Workshop, the segment list. Now, we're just generally going to go through this now, but again, this is a living document that we'll use throughout the course of the show. I'm only going to reference it now, but when you have some time, go back and review it and read it at your pleasure. Okay, so the purpose of this document is that it is a place for us to find feedback and commentary. Oh, all right, scratch what I just said. Let's start over. Okay, this document is You know, I've got to edit this. All right, let's stop. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.